Also kind of very stock standard, the spice coming from the jungle.
I think that Fnatic have a very well-rounded game plan. Solid dive, Kai'Sa wants.
Forcing that early flash is going to make things a lot more difficult for Razork, especially as you get closer to this first Drake.
Yeah, we might have a fight for Scuttle Crab here as both teams are looking to move in. Razork, no flash, crucially.
Good vision, bit of a disconnect from Lospa and Upset as they turn back onto Parus. Parus isolated. Aftershock about to fall away, but his first blood on the top side of the fight is, unsurprisingly, the flashless Zin. A pretty easy target for Navi to punish.
A great play by
the regular season of being super consistent at getting those dragons as well.
Yeah, and I think that just being able to stack those Drakes is crucial, but we do have a fight breaking on the bottom side. Razork level 7, but just big chunks of damage coming in from Zombie and Parus. The Sunlight passive from Leona.
Kind of tangible coach impact, because we know that go to one.
And I think part of the reason it seems pretty easy for Navi to implicate new picks is we see Rhilech moving in the bottom lane. Does still have access to the ultimate, the Grim Deliverance. Zombie caught out under the tower, but massive damage and loss. The Zombie needs to get out from under the tower. And it looks like he might just go down the barrier. Not enough. I don't know if Zombie understood that he was tagging, but he might just be happy with this trade deal because Rhilech is going to get right back up. And Upset is sure as hell dead.
Beautiful dive from Navi. They were not done with the bot lane just yet. No Razork to offer.
The rest of our junglers are playing boring stuff. It's going to be a little egg on the face there. It's going to be a little bit embarrassing for the rest of the junglers in the league.
They're looking for a gank in mids.
Poby, quick slide, but back into enemy territory. Flash away from the shockwave is good. Rhilech on the way in. Dash forward, flash connecting. The stun is massive onto Vladi. Razork not able to interrupt it. The ulti not in range. Navi.
Oh my god, Parus, I love
I mean, they're quickly starting to snowball this game. Rhilech going for a bit of a skirmish against Razork. He should be fine to get out of this one, though.
Hospital hooking in. Grim Deliverance takes it back to the wall, but Parus is still committing to the fight. Now Rhilech is going to return to the fight. They feel confident enough. Poby's coming in. They're going to have the man advantage. Parus is still alive. Lock into the Iron Solari. All that extra money. Making him that much stronger, and it's a double kill for Rhilech.
I love how the communication. Short-range champions is Z against. And speaking of one of those long-range champions.
Poby on the way up. Flash forward for Maynter, getting the extra slow coming in from the W, and now he's taking down Empyros.
This tower, maybe, if they can secure it first tower of the game at the very least for Fnatic.
This feels like such a big morale loss as wait. We have a TP coming in here, Fnatic.
Parus using the Eclipse, trying to stay as tanky as possible. Second TP is going to be a little bit late from the side of Navi. Vladi trying to make the difference. A nice flash over, but he still gets caught!
Wait, I thought it was the Renekton, but the Renekton's still dead.
That was a bad TP.
That was an ambitious TP for sure.
All right, we're going to take it down in our first game.
I think a great clickbait title is the Fnatic had 0 first Drakes in the whole regular season. And they didn't get a single Drake yet this game, so they're keeping that record up. As now, finally, it's the Renekton TPing behind. Let's see if they can do something with it.
In, follow from Upset now to kill Parus. Poby trying to hold the line underneath the Sun Disc here. Pushback is good, on to 3. Rhilech now looking to follow. Got to be ready with the Grim Deliverance. Z instantly tries to turn the fight back. Zombie already taking down Upset. 1v1 between Razork and Zombie, but it's Rhilech versus the world as he wants to keep fighting. The revive not there anymore. They're crucially well timed by Fnatic to find the shutdown. Zombie also not winning out on the 1v1 with the Zin as Razork just keeps going. One more auto to do it. Zombie praying for a miracle. One more auto. It's Zombie!
Oh my god!
With the big one!
Wait, Zombie's able to pick up a kill there, but it's still...
Lead you have, it's pretty easy for Fnatic to cut you out. That said, control, Odo said it on the analyst desk. That's what he wants to see for Navi. And for the most part, outside of that play, we have seen it as there's a 1v1 topside, but more importantly, the third Drake now picked up. That said, Zombie, Parus on the top side, completely isolated despite the fact that their team is taking Drake. Bit of a risky gamble. Upset goes over the wall. He wants redemption. He'll 1-for-1. It's fight night for the AD carries. His Maynter is also going to fall. Navi want to keep fighting for some reason as Rhilech and Poby are desperate to turn this around, keep the numbers in their favor. They're currently down 1. Rhilech is powerful. Grim Deliverance there. Wants to finish off Razork. Doesn't quite hit with the Dark Glaive. Needs to follow up. Poby with an instantaneous pushback. Could be enough. Shockwave from Vladi is good, but the damage really isn't there. Soldier sent over the wall. Rhilech continuing to stack the passive, and it looks like the fight will finally fizzle. It's a 3. Those items, so much gold value is back there. But it might not matter if Empyros is caught out. A flash before the fight, pretty devastating for the Renekton, and it might cost him even more. Pathmaker coming in from Maynter, likely just a quick death from Empyros. He tries to double dash out to safety. Now Razork there to cover. First access to the Drake now. I like this a lot. Just don't care about the vision. Rush towards the dragon. They now have control, and here comes the TP. TP behind. Hook onto Parus. Fnatic want to turn. Poby has been locked up. Empyros now trying to follow. Rhilech wants to make the difference as Lospa gets lower and lower. Maynter into the entire team. Razork zoned away. Razork down. The Dragon still standing as Empyros tries to make the difference, but he's been forced back. Poby to pick up the kill. Rhilech still standing. The revive coming in. Navi devastating Fnatic in the fight as they set their sights on the soul.
And Rhilech does so much damage in the back lines there and buys so much time with the
Shockwave, which is the most surprising thing to me. Like, I felt like there were opportunities.
And then looked to recall and played mid and top.
Flashes also not. This should just be the final push for Navi. It is best of 3 though. Maybe they don't want to take any risks. Tutorial style.
It's best of 3, so they don't want to win too fast.
Well,
as a fight happens
hold
here.
that thought as Razork now going to the backline. Nice shockwave to follow, but the solar flare on top stops any potential follow-up for the jungle top of Fnatic. In the meantime, Upset's been entirely split away from the team. He just can't even auto-attack. It's a double kill for Rhilech. Maynter has isolated somebody else. I didn't even see who, and frankly, it doesn't matter. Navi in game 1, 11K ahead from start to finish. They have been dominant here. Fnatic sent packing, sent back to the drawing board for game 2 as Navi on the road to a quick 2-0.
And Navi, they got all 4 Drakes. They played the same style as Fnatic. We'll play around bot lane too, and we'll do it better than you. And they did. They take game 1. See what's coming up rest in the series.
Really impressive stuff from Navi. I love that they continue their performance from the regular season, and that control around dragons continues to be dominant.
Well, I see Dagda standing on by with Rhilech, so it looks like we're ready to go. I'm ready to hear about
It was previously known as Jax Plank. So we'll see what he can do on this Jax counterpick.
Might have changed that one for the resume, by the way. Jax Plank's a hell of a name, but it doesn't always spell success in the pros.
Just their consistency at controlling this objective. Top side is going to be traded as the crab is secured.
By fun fact, do you mean #1 complaint you spam in
That
the Riot message board?
that all Ahri players complain about. You just need a little bit more AP and you can one-shot the caster minions.
Well, Rhilech has been caught out. The Pantheon has come online. They go golden to give themselves an extra moment, but it just gives time for Lospa to go in. Parus not going to connect on the stun. The exhaust is down into Rhilech, but he's still managing to connect the Qs for a little bit of extra healing. Poby forced to dash away. A Genji logo appears, and down go Navi. Parus on the way out. Razork debating, but a nice pick from the side of Fnatic.
And Fnatic finally making use of those globals with the Taliyah ulti. That stat line up, and Fnatic can't do anything.
Rhilech hovered around the bot side jungle when Razork was basically being a pain.
Think about going over the wall. Luckily for Navi, though, did the due diligence to set up some of the vision as Poby just going to go for a cheeky little chunk, and the rest of Navi now ready to collapse. TP is there. Tempered Fate forcing out the flash. Razork forced to flash away as well. But now the ulti from Maynter. Maynter's not done. Vladi going to follow. I don't think there's much of a fight here, but they're at least going to get one more flash.
Get those plates down, and he was not taking the recall to match Maynter. So Maynter loses a lot, but Razork might have been done.
He's done. Upset now on the way. Wall coming in. Parus already used the portal. Critically, has to flash away himself. The fight just keeps on going. Zombie is winning here. Excellent stun. Rhilech going over the wall. That Aatrox hitting like a truck. Poby on the way in, dashing in just in time. Trying to find the extra charm. An extra dash, reset. Flick back from Vladi is good to buy a bit more time for the carry duo of Fnatic, but it is a bloodbath on the bottom side. And Lospa going to keep the fight going on to Maynter. Maynter able to sidestep the knockback. Empyros in the pit. Razork doesn't have flash to get over, so that's Infernal Drake to the side of Navi. Empyros is just going to leave spectator objective.
Maynter is like, I wonder if Odoame is getting like memories of his time. Oh, hang on a minute.
It's not Maokai, so I don't think Odoame is there yet. But Zombie has been caught out. Crucially, Lospa going through. Not just barely, not enough damage. The Hot Cocoa coming in to keep Zombie standing, but Rhilech is going to be forced to flash away as Parus going to move through with the portal and escape. Navi barely holding onto their line.
Been a whole different fate for Fnatic. Is now
tower disabled. Charm goes a little bit wide. Fancy footwork coming in from Vladi as the tower comes back online. Navi realizes there's not much of a play here, but one more dash from Poby should be enough. However, the unraveled earth. Poby! We wanted to see more, and he's giving it to us. They will turn it into a 2-for-1, but Vladi, it's just a hand stiff.
Vladi is back, baby. He's able to take the outplay and take down 2. Samdi crucially sniping him with the ultimate, as the action might not be over just yet. Lospa looking for Samdi here.
Runs with the punt. Knocks it back. Upset's very low. But Empyros is here. They have a man advantage.
It's something that you cannot afford to underestimate.
So that's part of the power of Navi's game plan, as we just have another fight.
Vladi stunned up. Parus, can he find the stun? Not quite. Poby finds the charm, and a Razork blocks a lot of the initial damage with the Aegis Assault, but no longer has that cooldown. Might need to get to melee range just to get a Sundered Sky proc, and he does. Maynter wants to keep the fight going. Lospa with the Unbreakable Will. Poby's forced to pop the ult. TP on the way top. It's a full-on fist fight, but Maynter got knocked back under tower, and there's nowhere for him to go. A good pick for Fnatic. A minute until the Drake.
A huge overforce from Na'Vi. They were really committed to finding this pick, and they're just not able to find it. And the Baron is alive.
And Navi are there, but they're a little late to the party. It's Fnatic with first setup. Poby waiting over the wall. Rhilech trying to poke with the Infernal Change. Maynter getting chunked out. Lospa uses his full combo. They flick back Rhilech. It's a good start. A charm again, going wide for Poby, but a massive chunk of healing for Rhilech. It looks like the Thunder Sky is able to proc. Upset continuing to throw down so much damage, and he's basically untouched.
Oh, these
health
HP.
bars in the favor of Navi now as they turn it back as Vladi gets poked. It's the three-man knockup. It's Infernal
Oh my God.
and it's all going to hell for Fnatic.
It's Dragon for Na'Vi. When you fight them at this objective, they're going to make it happen. A beautiful ace. They'll turn their attention to the Baron, and Na'Vi takes full control of this second game.
I mean, Navi and Dragons, it's a match made in heaven as they pick up that.
Like his use of the portals, his ult on the last
he
fight.
whiffed 2 of the Qs in the earlier stages of the game.
Fine.
But the rest has been pretty flawless. As once again, they're doing the math problem on if they can kill Rhilech. For now, the answer is no, but maybe they've got the damage this time around. Nope, it's more healing.
Fnatic, look at the chase here. Upset dashing over the wall, gets the slow onto Rhilech.
Done. Empyros moving in. Can't get in range for the counter-strike, though, crucially. Vladi going over the wall, looking to lock up Somdi. He's out of mana. The Qs stop when you run out of mana, but he's shut down for Fnatic.
Rhilech goes low, but with the Sunder Sky, with the ultimate, we have
1v1.
another play. Vladi's in trouble.
Vladi's out of mana. Flash from Poby. Foxfire for movement speed. Wall for movement speed. Oh, the Bard's going to finish the job. Oh, Parus denying them the 1v1. Vladi going...
Damage, any damage you can find. The poke damage is really, really valuable. Razork getting this red buff will heal him a bit, but there's Sam D with the Qs.
Going in. Lospa once again burning a CC on Maynter. Definitely not ideal, but he just can't get into the squishy members of the team.
Look at this setup. Like, they have no vision. They look for picks. How do they approach?
Extra damage. Wall goes down, zoning them away. Navi
Dragon's
content
gone.
to let their jungler just keep going. I mean, it's going to take a while. They have soul, but they don't care. They'll just try to fight 4v5 if they have to. Parus coming back over the wall. Empyros praying to find the angle. Razork's in, but the ulti is short, and Somdi! Oh, he's just shooting fish in a barrel. Essence Flux, followed by the Arcane Shift. Vladi now caught out. Oh, a long time. The Decimating Smash going in. Empyros wants to turn it, but the Elder is not there. Fnatic managed to steal it in the meantime. Excuse me.
And Navi have kited them, they've outplayed them. Fnatic are falling by the wayside. And Navi will look to end this game with Rhilech taking down Upset as well. It's a 2-0 for Navi up against Fnatic.
Systematic control. Na'Vi get the Elder. Na'Vi get the fight. Na'Vi get everything.
Dominating performance, a 2-0 to kick off their playoffs to continue their journey in the upper bracket up against the winner of our next match today. Fnatic sent down to the lower bracket, given time to think, to ponder what they could have done better because Navi just built different.
Stellar performance by Somdi, especially who saw it in that last Elder fight. It just made it so difficult for Fnatic to enter. He kept poking them down, making their lives miserable, and Fnatic couldn't do anything.
Bro, it's just Navi at Dragon and Navi not at Dragon, two different beings.